Let's take you through the grid for X30 Senior, heat number 2. On the front row, it's going to be Stephanie Hobika and Vishal Patel on the front row. Christian Brooks and Tiger Dixon, row 2. Jack Cox and Lucas Ellingham, row number 3. Jack Norton-Heavey and Hugo Gilbert ran at the top 4 rows, with Remy Gilbert and Lewis Halliday completing the top 10. Benjamin Southgate and Martin Auger ran out the top 6 rows. Sheldon Davey and Paul Simard, row 7. Jordan Brown and Jensen Buckingham on row 8, with Alex Johnston and Liam Crabb completing the top 9 rows, with Jacob Huang rounding out the 19-strong grid. But Hobika on pole, Patel alongside, into the tram lines. 8 minutes on the clock, plus an additional lap. Rev rise, and we are first time, lights out and racing into Oblivion and Crook for the first time. As someone's gone very, very wide coming out of Oblivion and Crook. And it was the 82 of Christian Brooks that now is in the lead of the race. Stephanie Hobika holding on to second position. Jack Cox trying to put it round the outside through Christmas Corner. There is a bit of a scramble in the mid-pack with the number 54. Right, going slowly there was Jensen Buckingham in the number 50. And launches it over the curbs through Inkermans, and everyone's wrestling with the steering wheels. And the number 80 of Jordan Brown goes high, wide and handsome around the outside of Ashby's. Makes up at least a couple of positions, I think, by my count. Martin Auger in the number 76 battling away. It looks like Remy Gilbert in the 54. As they come down the short chute into the boot. 54 of Remy Gilbert being chased by, that is Tiger Dixon, the number 69, who's got Alex Johnston right up the inside through. And Johnston launches it all 4 wheels in the air over the curves through Pit Bend and makes it through on Tiger Dixon to take 6th position. Great run by Johnston so far. He started right towards the back of the field as Christian Brooks sets the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute, 0.15, as again Dixon and Johnston go into battle, and we've had a turnaround, and that is the number 10. That's Jacob Huang, and Martin Auger has nowhere to go, unfortunately, and makes contact. Sideways and then some. Someone was, several are going sideways. Paul Simard, and I think might have been Vishal Patel going sideways through the exit of Ashby's using the runoff area. The number 64, that's Liam Crabb, touching on the grass. Well, actually was on the grass. And then Tiger Dixon has now got Benjamin Southgate closing in. So 2 minutes down, 6 to go. They've got the number 51 of Hugo Gilbert not too far behind. But Lucas Ellingham is pushing the limits of adhesion. He's put in the fastest lap of the race. We're into the 59s. 59.15 for the number 99. He's now 1.8 seconds behind race leader Christian Brooks as Jack Norton-Heavey gets a contact warning from race control.
Yeah, top 3 all into the 59s now. Starting to pull a nice gap over the rest of the field. That's been headed up by Remy Gilbert in 4th place in the 54, who we now look at, going down into Ashby. Leading the 17 of Stephanie Hobika. So let's see if they're able to close in that gap, if they're able to drop down to the 59s and follow that leading group. It's down the inside, late move from the 80. That's Jordan Brown through on Stephanie. Up into 5th place goes Jordan Brown, moves over to the inside to then defend down into the boot, and does so very nicely, holds onto that position. And now that's allowing for the 48 behind to get involved. So that's Alex Johnston involved in this battle for 5th now as well.
Yeah, Johnston showed good pace in the final last time out at round 9. He's going to look for the move. And he gets through over the curbing. Past Stephanie Hobika does Alex Johnston. So that's now a change for 6th position. Johnston's definitely got the bit between the teeth, but Lucas Ellingham still, was slightly quicker than Christian Brooks. But Brooks still has a comfortable advantage. Well, I say comfortable for the minute, that is. It's 1.7 seconds with 4.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap.
Indeed, we've seen what Lucas Ellingham can do. Let's see if he can close down this gap, but at the moment, he's not closing it by quite enough per lap. See if he can speed that up ever so slightly. Puts in the quickest middle sector. You can see the differing lines going there down into what we've renamed Ocean Corner now.
Osiers by the Ocean. That was Hugo Gilbert going wide, whereas Lewis Halliday was looking up the inside.
And Lucas Ellingham goes quickest into the 58, so maybe you can hear us out there.
He's
does indeed answer it.
He's just taken nearly 7/10 out of Christian Brooks and is absolutely flying right now. But the battle here for P5, Jordan Brown still keeping ahead of Alex Johnston. The gap between them was just over 0.3 of a second, and that's exactly the gap that Alex Johnston took out of Jordan Brown. Oh, snaky under brakes was Hugo Gilbert going through into the approach into Christmas Corner. So Johnston goes rallying, coming out of Ingham as he was fully lit was the number 48, and he looks at the right-hand side of the kart just after doing so.
We're getting fully lit in the commons.
Oh,
no.
Moment down in Ashby's.
A couple of drivers off.
Jacob Huang was one of them. Dearie me. And it is getting a bit close now. This is Hugo Gilbert versus the number 56. That's Lewis Halliday. Bit sideways there from that might have been Martin Auger, I believe, coming through the top of the boot. Alex Johnston still trying to put the pressure onto Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown went a little bit quicker, 0.17 of a second faster than the number 48. As there we go, there's the leaders. Lucas Ellingham took, crikey, nearly 4, he took 3.5 out of Christian Brooks.
So it was Martin Auger that was off with Jacob Huang at Ashby on the previous lap. But yeah, look at this. Closed in the gap now as Lucas Ellingham. He's got just over 2 minutes to get this move done. We saw Christian Brooks defending into Ashby. Doesn't feel the need to in the boot. And a good exit from Ellingham. No move opened up just yet, though. Onto another lap they go.
I think he's got his best opportunity going through into Christmas Corner. He's just going to... I mean, it was a perfect little drift from Lucas Ellingham, and now he was...
Got a good exit.
Well, it was a bit of a...
exit.
That was a bad exit for Christian Brooks, and Lucas Ellingham just literally... slung shot past. Hello, Brandon Klein Nagelfort, who's just pinged me on the YouTube chat. Cheeky beggar. But yeah, Lucas Ellingham, you can just see, he was completely sideways. Using the runoff area coming out of... I mean, can you see? You can't really see... Oh, Lewis Halliday's just had a mechanical black flag in the meatball flag in 10th position. But look at the right side pod of Lewis Ellingham's car. I think that needs a thorough clean post-race.
I think so. Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him there. Getting that clean before the next heat. As they come round to start a new lap. Very much Lucas Ellingham in the lead now. Look at that gap back to Jack Cox, and then Jack Cox has another huge gap back to Remy Gilbert, Jordan Brown, and Alex Johnston. Was that a move there from Jordan Brown on Remy Gilbert at the final corner?
It was.
See as they come through, and it was indeed. So through goes Jordan Brown up into P4. I see Bharat Bandari. Sorry, it wasn't Bharat Bandari. It was Armano Shrimp saying, lol, we're getting fully lit in the commentary box. I didn't finish my full sentence because we saw some cars crashing in front of us. I was going to say, we're getting fully lit in the commentary box with all the tunes that Mr. James Pitcher is playing us throughout the day.
Keep your eyes on Alex Johnston. He's right with Remy Gilbert for 5th position. And
side by side.
Jordan, Johnson was looking towards the outside, going through into Wilkins. They're going to go through into Osiers. And Lucas Ellingham has now started pulling away from Christian Brooks. I mean, he was 1/100th quicker in Sector 1. He was over half a second quicker in Sector 2. And Christian Brooks was slightly quicker. Lewis Halliday is going to see the mechanical black flag for the second time. As that was a bit of a hit on the curbs there from Remy Gilbert. That could give Alex Johnston all the motivation he needs to get past. Might send it up through Christmas Corner, depending on the exit they get.
As the 95, Vishal Patel is into the pits. A couple of laps ago, out of this race of Vishal.
That would have been the instant probably from Ashby's with Jacob Huang in the number 10. But yeah, we're on our penultimate lap, so lap 9 out of 10.
Alex Johnston still trying his best to just close down that gap and open up an opportunity for a move. As it looks like he might have done there. Thinks about it, gives him a little tap. They both keep it on the black stuff just about, though, but yeah, the 48 of Alex Johnston just thought the move was there. The door was quickly closed by Remy Gilbert, and Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but both keeping it in a straight line.
Lucas Ellingham now leads the field onto the final lap ahead of Christian Brooks. The gap between them 0.86 of a second. Christian Brooks was 0.11 of a second faster on that previous tour. Jack Cox rounds out the top three ahead of Jordan Brown as black flag has been given to Lewis Halliday for not having respected the meatball flag being shown. And that means that he'll be bumped down to the bottom of the order effectively. But the leaders now making their way through Wilkins and into Osiers. For Lucas Ellingham, no real surprise. I mean, he started from P6, but as soon as he got into the lead of the race, he's not really looked back. He's had a look over his right-hand shoulder as he heads into the top of the boot for the final time of asking. And it's been the Lucas Ellingham show pretty much all season as he comes out of the final corner. The number 99 takes the win in Heat 2 for X30 Senior. 1.2 seconds ahead of Christian Brooks. Then it's a little bit of a wait, about 4 seconds or so. Make that 5.5 seconds back to Jack Cox. Jordan Brown in 4th place. And Alex Johnston manages to finally get past Remy Gilbert for P5. Tiger Dixon in 7th, ahead of Stephanie Hobeka, with Benjamin Southgate rounding out the top 9 positions. And despite crossing the line now, Lewis Halliday does place in 10th, but that will go to Hugo Gilbert as a result of the black flag that Lewis Halliday has been shown.